Hey, what's up, guys? Happy Sunday, happy NFL Sunday. The Broncos are playing, but I'm going to go ahead and play a little bit of our own little game here because you never know about them Broncos. They might go ahead and lose a game they're supposed to go ahead and win. However, I'm going to go ahead and shut my microphone off so you can go ahead and hear the game and see some of my reactions because I'm going to go ahead and put you guys, in the corner, or put me in the corner. So, putting baby in the corner. So, Madden 2019, I think. This will be good.
Denver, Colorado for this edition of the NFL.
Well, here we go, boy.
Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a
Can you see what I did there? The 1960s. Yes, the 1960s uniforms. Gotta love it.
Between the Dallas Cowboys and the Denver Broncos.
So this is how they should be playing.
Will be led out by a second-round pick in 2019.
Who do I have? Drew Lock.
It's Drew Lock.
So we'll go ahead and just do the normal thing and go ahead and do some runs.
Here we go. 10 Lobo. 54. Here we go. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Let's go.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker.
Got Phillip Lindsay.
2nd and 2.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down, a run with Lindsay. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. Okay, double up. Right there. 54, right there.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsay. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. Had a chance to maybe limit.
That's how you play.
If they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Gotta change it up a little bit.
On first and 10, here's Locke. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They'll run here with Lindsay. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. Quite the opening.
That's how you play.
Right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to
now,
the game, doesn't it? Because
your boy Patriot usually doesn't play these kind of games for you guys. But back in the day, I was to be feared on these games.
Establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Ready up. 4, Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Ready.
They'll run with Lindsey. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away as his guys are able to strike first here in the opening quarter. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0.
I still don't like McManus, I'm just saying.
7-play drive all told. And it was capped off by a Phillip Lindsay touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. So here now the Cowboy offense onto the field to get their first crack at it. It's the Mississippi State product at quarterback. Calling the shots will be Dak Prescott.
I'm not gonna lie, he is a good quarterback. I wish we would have picked him up.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Don't want to get too excited yet.
Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw is Prescott. This to Jarwin. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
That was all me.
I
should have just let him try and pick it.
So let's all work together on this one because it's natural to just watch the football. But I want all of us to watch the center of this offensive line, the center and the 2 guards. They've got to be able to control the point of attack, and they didn't do such a good job on that last play. Plenty of opportunities to redeem themselves. They'll have to take advantage of that and start to make progress.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott, and this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. Now Elliott. The tackle made by Todd Davis.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the Broncos 40.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
End of one, 7-0 Broncos. Got to go with that cover.
On 2nd and 9. Prescott. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. The former first-round pick Kareem Jackson there defensively.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So on fourth down,
like I said, I used to be feared on this game. I just stopped playing it because of craziness.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They scored a touchdown the last time they had the football, but things going to be a little bit more difficult this time.
Oh, certainly, because where they're starting, the goal isn't even thinking about a touchdown at this point. They're thinking about field position, a couple of first downs in order to give some room for their punter, and maybe flip the field position for their defense.
And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. Solid
he wouldn't throw the damn ball.
yards and a Denver first down.
Well, they obviously red man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, bro?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Lock now on first down. Fighting through pressure. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
On second down now, it's Lindsey. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Screen pass to Lindsey. Yeah, I'll tell you, the effort, sensational, but he may have come up a foot or so short of the line he needed. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
On 4th down, on is the punter, Colby Wadman. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin. Now Austin. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable.
Okay, guys, so I just went ahead and put on my hat. Now, for those of you that don't know, I do not like Brandon McManus because he sucks at it as a kicker. I don't know how he's lasted this long. He just missed an extra point in real life. An extra point. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and resume, and I'll mute myself as they're playing.
Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. This is Elliott. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Out now
Another
comes the
3 and out.
Cowboys
That's
punter,
right.
as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is taken at the 18. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Phillip Lindsay and the rest of the offense heading back out. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. They'll start on the ground with Lindsay. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
It's okay. That's okay.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd
2 minute
quarter,
warning.
7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. On 2nd down, it's Lindsay. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I hate when he doesn't do what I tell him
The Cowboys going to
to
burn
do.
the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
The Broncos scored again in real life.
To take the field.
We'll see if
It was
McManus
still
can
more
actually
than
make
a
the
minute to go
goddamn
in the half.
punt or
Time
the
to try to
kick.
mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A first down throw for Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Completes it to Jason Witten. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up and set. Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott, and that's off the mark, incomplete. The Cowboys' all-time receptions leader, Jason Witten, the intended target. And that takes us from second to third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Here's Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The offense trots back onto the field, and we take an in-depth look at Royce Freeman. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. On first down, Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, and it's second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
To throw on second and 10. Locke, and that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. He was looking for Tim Patrick that time, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing his Locke on third down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the...
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard.
At least we got a turnover in this game.
Now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
So I'm kicking off for the second half.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Dak and the Cowboy offense heading back onto the field. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say you want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road in just one big right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
Can't give up those kind of yards.
First down carry by Elliott. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4.
Holding.
And this looks like it's going to be holding. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They go to Elliott again. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now Prescott. That's Elliott, complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He's been terrific so far. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And some space here. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsey, 77 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
McManus's point after is good, and that'll make the score 14-0. Well, I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Prescott, a quick throw caught by Cooper. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
This thrown quickly out to Cooper. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal front. If they feel like they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
And getting this just shy
That's
of
just
midfield,
blown coverage on my part.
49. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Stop your body.
Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
He's got a man complete. It's a Mike Cooper. And makes this inside the 35-yard line. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
End of the
That
third.
is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Throwing, Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jason Witten, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. They'll run with Elliott, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Running with Elliott. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Another run by Lindsey. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Hey, keep it up, keep it up.
From the 24, Lock. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's got his tight end fan. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Lindsey. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. 5.
They'll go again with Lindsey.
Get there.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, Locke's going to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. 18 big yards on that one and a Denver first.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game.
Set 18 Gator. I don't think you got it, son. Now.
On 1st down, it's Lindsey, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Lindsey. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey. So he got 3 of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. A lot going to throw it here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Still going. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Boom, baby, boom, baby.
Touchdown. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it?
It's
and
done.
now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now 21-0. So that drive 12 plays in length, and it culminates in a touchdown.
I don't even care if I get copyright strike because of the music.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and this was truly a total team effort, Charles.
And that, guys, is how you play Madden. I'm just saying. Do you want to go ahead and give you guys, thank you guys for going ahead and coming out and watching this video. Hit me up later. I love you guys. We have some extra special stuff coming out in the next couple videos. So I love you. Have a great night. Happy Sunday.